Hi, I'm Monica Vera-Torrado, and I have the pleasure of serving as the Bureau Chief for the Department of Education's Bureau of Exceptional Education and Student Services.
My name is Joe LaBelle. I'm the Assistant Director of the Parent Education Network, your southernmost parent training information center in the southern region of Florida. I'm so excited to be a part of this today to talk about some of the things that we've been partnering on, amplifying our services, reaching families across the state of Florida, utilizing social media, and what that's kind of looking like for how we're using it.
And my name is Ileana Tardeo. I work as the Program Director for the Parent Education Network with Family Network on Disabilities. I'm also the parent of 2 children with Down syndrome receiving a special education. And part of my story is my experience as a blogger and social media influencer working in communities. And in this case, we're going to be talking about amplification and how social media has helped F&D reach people that otherwise we will not be able to reach.
So I'd like to get started by expressing my gratitude for the invitation to partner with our Parent Training and Information Center here in Florida, which is the Family Network on Disabilities. And so we had the opportunity to do a collaborative session or a conference earlier this year around positive behavior support. And the goal was to really outreach and have a lot of parents and caregivers and other folks be able to access this really important information. And so by partnering and by their use of social media, it was just incredible. They pushed us outside, or me, outside my comfort zone, and really trying new ways of work. You know, the term Facebook Live made me a little bit nervous. But through our partnership and our work, not only was the conference a huge success, but also the impact that it made on families, not only in Florida, but around the United States, potentially around the world, was huge. And a big takeaway, of course, is for me, is as the Department of Ed State Director of Special Education, is this wonderful opportunity to work with and partner with your parent and training and information partners. It's so important that our community that supports students with disabilities and their families, that we work together and that we are utilizing and leveraging our resources, our energy, our focus on those common goals rather than working in silos, or in some cases maybe even being perceived as being on separate sides of the issue, because we're all on the same side, which is to help ensure that every single student gets a quality, excellent education, and all families are supported through that process.
Like Monica had said, we had our conference on positive behavior support in March, and the conference, we live streamed every session using Facebook Live. We also had a simultaneous Twitter party where we were tweeting out every 10 minutes throughout the conference for 3 days straight. Now, how did we manage and evaluate impact through that data? Well, Facebook Live and Twitter have different analytics sets. They have different sets of data that you can collect. So as we were going through the conference, it was really interesting to be able to, as you could see how many people saw your videos, and you could see where people were watching your videos from. Were they in a certain county in Florida? Were the majority of the people male, female? What age range were they in? Facebook gives you so much information on the back end to evaluate your reach and your impact as you're serving families utilizing social media. So as I was collecting this information, collecting this data, we really saw the excitement from participants and excitement from presenters grow and grow and grow. And now we're really strengthening and fortifying relationships with partners who saw a true impact from this conference and want to move forward and do other collaborative events utilizing social media. So the Insights tool inside of Facebook Live have a lot of information, and you can use other platforms to evaluate your reach on Twitter as well and see how many people are seeing, exposed to, and can get information from your tweets. So bringing it whole circle, you want to make sure that you're evaluating what that looks like as you're going along, so that you can have that true data of reach and impact.
Well, obviously, data is really amazing and exciting. We all want to see those big numbers going on. But we think about social media as a way to amplify our efforts because it means that by opening a camera, you're actually reaching people that many times they cannot be there in person. Many times, because we are serving families of children with special needs, we understand that it's really hard for families to show. They cannot be there in person. It's not that they don't want the information, it's because they are raising a child with behavior challenges. They are still in this time of life in which you don't feel comfortable yet going to places because you don't know how your child is going to react. You don't have a child care. So we have to be very open and realistic about these needs of our communities, and that's when social media becomes so important. And you're still using the same amount of money. You are investing this money in a very smart and efficient way, because in the case of PBS, we were using this money, and if I'm not mistaken, if we will have, like 200 people, we were investing like $40 per person. Then when we use amplification through Facebook Live, it came down to cents, like to 20 cents. So that's the power of amplification, and we completely understand that many times it is intimidating to be in front of the camera, and we are all, like scared, and we fear about making mistakes. But it's also giving your organization that voice that is the real voice, the human voice. And we want families to see that there's real people behind. There's a Monica, there's a Joe, there's a Ileana, and we all have been part of the process of special education. So we really want to open this personal connection and be able to help everyone to amplify their efforts and be successful. Be honest. Believe in the power of your voice. Remember that right now we are living in times where technology has all the information out. So for families, it's not that hard anymore to find the information. What they want to hear is from you. They want a real person presenting the information. They want that person saying, I have been there. So being a human, being honest, and creating that relationship is what we can really give to families, because otherwise they really have access to the information. So we are the ones who are irreplaceable, and that's the voice of experience and the empathy that we are providing as parent resource specialists and leaders, etc.
I would echo everything that my colleague just shared, but also if social media is a little bit scary and you're a bit nervous about it, I guess my best advice would be to just try it. Give it a chance. Surround yourself with people who are enthusiastic about it and have some practice, and don't be afraid to make a mistake, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised that the outcomes are going to be really, really wonderful.
My best advice is to empower your employees, empower your staff, give them a voice in your organization as you're moving forward with this model, and make sure that they have the tools and your support as a leader in your organization to really move with this, to really affect and have the best outcomes and impact on family involvement as we can. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
You.